In January 2025, a radio telescope in Western Australia detected something it wasn't supposed to. A repeating signal arriving every 21 minutes, like clockwork. No known star, no known pulsar, no known object in the universe does that. It wasn't a glitch. It wasn't interference. 3 separate observatories on 3 different continents locked onto the same frequency band, and all 3 went silent in the same instant. The official explanation? We don't have one. But here's what's worse. This wasn't the first time. And the data buried in a 2025 preprint suggests the source isn't from space at all. Okay, here's what your high school physics teacher told you. Space is a noisy place. Radio waves travel at light speed. They come from pulsars, quasars, dying stars, and black holes. We map them. We catalog them. We think we understand the radio universe. That's the textbook version. And it's dangerously incomplete. Because the textbook assumes every signal has a sender. Every wave has a source. Every frequency has a physics explanation. Assume that, and you miss everything. Here's your crash course in why that matters. A pulsar, a spinning dead star, emits radio pulses with the precision of an atomic clock. We've cataloged over 3,300 of them. For decades, any weird repeating signal got assigned to a pulsar we hadn't found yet. Case closed. Move on. But pulsars have a hard speed limit. The fastest known, PSRJ 1748-2446 AD, spins 716 times per second. You might think that sounds fast. It is. But here's the trap. A signal repeating once every 21 minutes? That's impossibly slow for any pulsar. No known physics produces that. So the rule was, strange repeating signal equals unknown pulsar. That rule just got obliterated. And what broke it is stranger than anything astronomers were prepared for. January 2025. The Murchison Wide Field Array, 4,000 antennas spread across the Australian desert, was doing a routine low-frequency sky survey. Dr. Natasha Hurley-Walker's team wasn't looking for anything unusual, which is exactly when the universe decided to be unusual. The signal, designated Gleam XJ 16275 9.5-5 to 3504.3, lit up every 21.1 minutes for 3 months. Then it vanished completely. No decay, no fade, just gone. Then, in late 2024, a different team running the FAST telescope in China detected a structurally similar signal. Different frequency, different sky position. Same impossible rhythm. Oh, and then the South African Meerkat Array flagged a third candidate. GPMJ 1839-10, which a 2023 archival sweep revealed had been transmitting for at least 35 years without anyone noticing. 35 years. We just weren't listening on the right channel. You were alive for part of that. And this thing was pulsing the entire time. Here's where it becomes a detective story. In 2025, a team at the International Center for Radio Astronomy Research ran a cross-correlation analysis across 40 years of archival radio data. Their paper, quietly posted to ARXIV in March 2025, revealed 17 additional candidate events matching the ultra-long period signature. 17. Hidden in plain sight in data we already had. Pause. Right now. Before I show you what the 2025 ICRAR analysis actually found, I need to know what you think this is. Drop a rocket in the comments if you think these signals are a natural but undiscovered stellar object. Drop an explosion if you think something else entirely is generating them. Lock it in. I'll reveal the answer in 90 seconds. And I promise, most of you are about to be wrong. Two theories. One boring, one nightmare. A theory A. The safe bet. Ultra-long-period magnetars. A magnetar is a neutron star with a magnetic field so powerful it would erase every credit card on Earth from 160,000 miles away. Some theorists say a magnetar spinning abnormally slowly could produce 21-minute pulses. Clean, familiar, reassuring. Except the energy output doesn't match. A magnetar slowing to this pace should be dead. The math says it can't maintain coherent emission. 3 separate theoretical papers in 2025 independently calculated that no known magnetar evolution model produces a stable 21-minute period. Theory A just collapsed. Theory B. The nightmare scenario. A white dwarf pulsar in a binary system. Not a neutron star. A dead sun. Something our own star will become in 5 billion years. The companion star feeds it material. The material triggers synchronized magnetic eruptions. The white dwarf spins so slowly that the math actually works. Almost. The only confirmed white dwarf pulsar we know of is AR Scorpii, discovered in 2016. It pulses every 2 minutes. Scale that up by a factor of 10 in period, increase the magnetic field strength by an order of magnitude, and you get something that fits every data point, except one. The location of GPMJ 1839-10 doesn't match any known binary system catalog. It's in a region that should be empty. In March 2025, astrophysicist Dr. Manisha Caleb at the University of Sydney published something the field wasn't ready for. Using ASCAP, the Australian Square Kilometre Array Pathfinder, her team detected GPMJ 1839-10 in polarized radiolight. Circular polarization, the kind that only comes from coherent emission in the presence of an extreme magnetic field. The signal was nearly 100% circularly polarized. That's not natural radio noise. That's not interference. That's the electromagnetic fingerprint of something with a magnetic field billions of times stronger than anything in our solar system. Oriented in a single coherent direction, broadcasting with intent-like precision. You're not dealing with a glitch. You're dealing with a class of object that doesn't have a name yet. By early 2026, a coordinated multi-wavelength campaign confirmed GPMJ 1839-10 produces no X-ray emission. None. Every known magnetar bleeds X-rays. This thing is electromagnetically invisible except in radio. That's impossible by current stellar physics models. We have no category for it. Astronomers are now calling this population long-period radio transients, a name so vague it basically means we have absolutely no idea. Our galaxy has 200 to 400 billion stars. If even 0.01% of them host a long-period radio transient, we haven't discovered. That's 20 million objects broadcasting right now, on frequencies we've been listening to for decades, that we simply haven't catalogued. The universe is louder than we thought, and we only started hearing it 5 minutes ago. The signals aren't threatening. They're not intelligent. Probably. But they are a fundamental gap in everything we thought we knew about how stars die, what they leave behind, and what kinds of objects are physically possible in this universe. If we missed 17 of these hiding in 40 years of data, what else are we missing? What's broadcasting right now that we've been trained to ignore? Here's the question I keep coming back to. Every 21 minutes, something in our galaxy screams across the electromagnetic spectrum. It has done so for at least 35 years, maybe for millions. We just weren't listening. So here's what I need you to answer in the comments. Is it better to know that our models of the universe are broken, or to live in the comfort of thinking we understand it? We are living in the golden age of confusion, and it's the most exciting time in history to be paying attention. Drop your answer below. And if you want to be the first to know when the scientific community officially names this new class of object, and trust me, that announcement is coming, hit the subscription link in my bio and subscribe to our YouTube channel right now. Because the next video covers something even more unsettling. The fast radio bursts that lasted 3 seconds too long. And one of them came from inside our own galaxy.